Well, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, the 23rd of April, and just going to kind of update you a little bit what's going on. It's been slow, and this is a good break for us. As you've noticed over the last few days, we've been getting together with friends and family and and really enjoying the culture and the life here in the Philippines and especially the good conversations and friendships that we've already established. So, and I think you've, like I said, I think you've noticed that. But as far as the garden and farm are going, every day I just clean up the compost rows because the chickens feed off of them and spread them out all over the place. If you look down through my compost bin here is almost empty from the earlier videos that you saw when it was about 3/4 full, and now we're down to about maybe 2 to 3 wheelbarrows full of the compost here. So it's going to kind of be winding down here in Beth's garden too, of what she's able to do, but that's okay. This is really the heat the last 4 to 5 days is just I don't know what to call it. It's just penetrating. I mean, it just literally takes your breath away, and to know that not only is the dry season here, it is pretty difficult to operate. And of course, no rain in the forecast at all. Looking down the next 7 to 10 days, the last few days, if you can see, clear blue. I mean, hardly a cloud in the sky anywhere that you look here. It's just clear blue as far as you can see. That's not a good sign for getting rain in the near future. And like I said, we are now beginning to approach in the last week of April, and we've had 2 short days of a little bit of rain, which basically amounted to nothing. Our big project yesterday, I'm going to kind of show you here. This is our tricycle that we have here, and if you kind of look down the line here, you can see that the rear wheel is kind of canting. The top of it is moving towards the left there, and it was so severe that we had to do something, or we were going to ruin the whole lineup of the rear end here, and how the chain attaches and the support bars, and of course the shocks here. So I had Ondoy take it into town, and they mounted the silver looking shocks, are brand new. They mounted a pair of them. The orange and black shocks there were the original, and all we did have was 1 shock per side, and it just was not strong enough to balance the weight and everything else of the tricycle. And of course you're talking about 100 cc Kawasaki here, and a small frame bike, really not built to be attached to a tricycle like this. So I had them take it into town, and to figure out what we could do, they mounted a front pair of new shocks on it, the silver ones, in what was the original place of the other shocks, and then they actually welded on a bracket in order to mount the back 2 shocks here. And then basically Ondoy and I, if you can see from this side here, and Ondoy and I just basically taking our digger, which is a huge 1-inch solid steel crowbar, and then tried to bend the frame because the frame actually got bent out of whack, and to try to get the frame to kind of bounce back and everything else so the shocks can do their work. Yeah, and you can still see, and we did it pretty good, but you can still see that it's come back a little bit from where we were yesterday. And of course, as anybody that's lived in the Philippines or here, the tricycle, the small motorbikes, and of course the tricycle with the seats on are the main modes of transportation here for everybody. So many families are supported by a male member that actually owns a tricycle, and of course they charge about 8 pesos a piece per ride, and of course as the ride gets longer they charge a little bit more and that. So, and it's a means of income for, oh gosh, I'd venture a guess that anywhere from a fifth to a fourth of the residents, when you see that the numbers on the business numbers on them in Talibon of over 1,000 tricycles out there and basically transporting people, and of course like I said, charging 8 pesos a piece, and that varies with having kids on, and like I said, it also varies with the distance that they're carrying you and that. And outside of the motorcycle itself, like I said, the 100, the 110s, the 115s, the 125s are just about every family has one or two that they've accumulated over the years, and it is definitely, like I said, the major mode of transportation locally, and living a short distance from the cities or the place where you sell your produce or buy your food and everything like that. So and by doing what we needed to do here, like I said, with fixing it now, and hopefully we'll see over the course of the next couple days and that whether this is going to kind of hold up here. And the frame was already bent a little bit, so like I said, we've been taking the crowbar to it and kind of with just some manual pressure trying to bend the frame back a little bit and see how that'll work in order just to increase the life of everything here, because it definitely wasn't looking good. So that was our big project yesterday, to be able to do that and to be able to have it done by a mechanic and a welder in town here. So hopefully this will work for us. Like I said, it's it's kind of a secondary means of transportation for us outside of our multi-cab, which is oh gosh, it's nearing the end of its life. We purchased this way back in 2011 in Cebu. At that particular time, I thought if it lasted 3 years that it had done its job. We have in no way at all did we figure it was going to carry the workload of the farm here in Burgos. We had no such thing as a farm. We even had no such thing as a residence on Bohol at all. And now after, like I said, 8 years, I've had the motor rebuilt 3 times. And the body is basically falling apart. Like I said, the salt air, the sun here just beats it to death and that. So another reason why we're trying to sell the house in town. So just wanted to update you a little bit on what we've been doing here. And of course this morning Ondoy is kind of cleaning up the rows of compost again and Beth is down below. You can kind of see her a little bit through the banana trees here. Feeding the pigs, all of our piglets again. And we still have the 8 in one pen and the 11 in the other, so they're all looking good. And like I said, the longer they survive, the better is their survival rate. So I'm going to let you folks all go from behind the camera here. We'll probably be back yet sometime today, like I said, with our busy weekend and all the uploading of videos. Wow, sometimes you kind of need a little bit of a break. So everybody, have a great Tuesday here, and hopefully, and for assuredly, I hope God blesses every single one of you.